Hey, afternoon, folks. This time around, we are interested in navigating those 10 problems enlisted above. These problems, they need solutions to the information that we've been discussing about the importance of the operating system, compilers, interpreters, you name them. So the first problem here, we are interested in why a computer needs an operating system. So we spoke earlier to say there is need for us to have interaction or communication between the hardware and the software part of the computer system. So that is played by the operating system, as well as providing the users with the user interface. So here we can say to provide human and computer hardware interaction is one of the purposes of the operating system. And another one is to manage memory usage or allocation, which program can gain access to memory at which given point. So the next we are interested in two tasks which are performed by memory management. So for these tasks of memory management, we might be interested in how we allocate RAM and track when programs are being loaded for execution. So is allocate RAM during program execution. So this process might involve relinquishing or releasing the memory itself. So we are saying another task for memory management is to free memory when processing is done. So free memory when program terminates or stops execution process. Then another problem that we want to look at is why do we need peripheral devices? So peripheral devices, no, actually we want to know why do we need peripheral drivers. So drivers, they allow the operating system to communicate and control hardware. So it's to uh, allow communication between hardware and operating system. There has to be communication. Can we open a drive? Can we eject a device? So that's part of the reason why we need drivers. Can we communicate with printers, scanners, you name it? Then the next problem, state one difference between utility software and operating system. So the operating system, it manages system core resources. So OS manages system or resources uh, such as the RAM itself, and utility software, it maintains so utility software, it maintains system tasks such as backup, uh, compression, virus scanning. So we can say this is responsible for maintaining maintenance tasks such as compression, uh, antiviruses, uh, disk fragmentation, you name it. So all those are performed by the utility software. So what is the purpose of encryption utilities? So these are responsible for data protection. So these utility softwares, they specialize in data protection by converting it into ciphertext, which is unreadable to intruders. So the one with correct key can access. So it's data protection to hinder or stop hinder intruders without access privileges. So that's the purpose of encryption utilities. Then next, we are interested in testing what DLL is. This is Dynamic Link Library. Dynamic Link Library. What's its purpose, DLL? When we talk of DLL, we're interested in the common code used by multiple programs. So DLL, there it deals with common code used by multiple programs. That's the purpose of dynamic link library. What does a compiler output? So compiler, it outputs what's called bytecode or object code. So it outputs object code. And this is code that can be run on multiple platforms. And so it can be object code or machine executable code, table code, which is code that comes after compilation or translating the entire source code. So it's responsible for object code or machine executable code, which is an output of running the entire code. Why might developers use an interpreter while writing code? Now, the interpreter, we know it runs instruction at a time. So if one is an interpreter, it becomes quick to develop because an error is identified during the development itself. So an interpreter allows developers to fix bugs or errors as they occur because we execute an instruction line by line as we use an interpreter. So the advantage is it speeds up the development process. Then name one IDE feature that helps developers detect errors. So features can be syntax highlighting. That's one good example. Syntax highlighting. Once you violate the rule of the language, then there's a highlight to say what you are intending to do might not give. So for assembly language, we actually that's the best uh, translator that will be used for assembly language. And it is used to convert assembler to convert assembly language language to bytecode. So we use it to convert assembly language to bytecode. And bytecode can be transferred from one machine to another, as long as the machine has got a compiler and an integrated developing language. I mean, you can always run the same code on multiple platforms. I think that's it on those 10 problems that we were addressing. I hope you guys found this informative. Thank you.